When I first learned what a short-barreled rifle was, or meant, short-barrel shotgun, SBR, SBS, it was, I remember thinking, why is this a big issue? I don't get it, And the only thing I can come up with, it kind of harkens back, I might have talked about this before, it harkens back to when you couldn't carry a firearm like this, a regular peon, citizen like you or most of us. If you were not in law enforcement or in whatever, you couldn't carry a firearm. Okay, so the fact that a firearm was concealable, bad guys would have little guns in their pocket. So they were the really bad guys, the criminals. They're up to some criminal activity if they're hiding a firearm, And that's why the Saturday night specials and the little revolvers were the evil guns, for so long. Those sorts of things. They're concealable. Well, once we sort of jumped that hurdle and got carry permits going, and the general public realized, okay, I guess the world's not going to end. People actually are carrying guns legally, and and in fact, they are committing less crime than anybody, or no crime, almost. Turn my phone down. But started in kind of Florida, I guess, and moved on, and in every single state where it came up, you remember this, some of you, every single state, the news media, the same articles appeared. I think they just pulled them, copied and pasted from Florida or Tennessee or wherever, and said, well, Dodge City comes to Nashville now, and Dodge City, they always referred to Dodge City, the Wild West. That was, everybody talked about it. People are going to be shooting each other in the street. Road rage, they'll be pulling guns and shooting each other, and of course, none of that happened, virtually none of that happened in any of the states, so it took years for the gun haters to realize that, but anyway, so many people carry guns now, and that's what you do, you concealed mostly, right? So you go out and there's half the people that are in McDonald's or wherever you are, right, maybe have a gun in their belt, in their pocket. Yeah, I expect them to. In Tennessee, or I go somewhere, I expect a lot of people I meet, male, female, whoever, when I see them, to have a gun. It's great. It's great. So anyway, we sort of got past that myth that people are not to be trusted with a firearm, right? But in the meantime, we still have these stupid laws. This AR-15 is more dangerous if it has a 14-inch barrel or a 10-inch barrel. This big old AR-15. Why? Well, I guess it makes it more concealable. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Not quite as concealable. This big crazy AR-15, with that stock on it, and in a barrel this big, and you know how big. What is the difference? Same with the shotgun. What is the difference? Those are the most, I've said for many years, decades, I guess, those are the most absurd gun laws. It's a good example. In fact, I use that as an example. If someone doesn't know anything about guns, and you mentioned about how there's so many crazy gun laws, and they'll say, for what do you mean? Well, that's one I'll bring up. I can have this firearm right here on my person, and go over to Walmart today. It can be loaded in a shoulder holster, my belt, my pocket, whatever I want. And in fact, I did, with this one today. But I can't have an AR-15. I can't have one that's bigger. It's crazy. And, so I use that as an example. And of course, even people that don't know anything about firearms, they think it's bizarre too. So anyway, that's my take.